I think it's safe to say this is one of the darkest times in the history of WoW, and I mean the game, not like the in-game lore or whatever. So, between the gameplay that a lot of people are really unhappy with and all this sexual harassment problems going on at Activision Blizzard, WoW just is not as popular as it was once upon a time. So, I just want to say thank you to everybody who is here with us listening to the show, even those who aren't playing the game. And I know there's a couple of you who aren't playing anymore, but you still listen. So I want to say thank you for that. I have hope that one day WoW will be back on its feet, on stronger legs, and our community can grow healthier. And I don't just mean of the show, I mean of the game, that the community itself can become healthier, that our community among the show can become stronger, and yes, bigger. I don't mind bigger numbers, who wouldn't? But I wanted to say thank you to those of you who are here now. This is a bit longer than the standard cold open, but I was thinking about all this today, and I just really wanted to highlight that I'm thankful for you all for being here. Okay, back to the toilet humor, because who doesn't like jokes about farts and shit and penises and whatnot?
Thralls! Balls! They're everywhere!
Thralls Balls, the World of Warcraft podcast with a dirty mind and a clean behind. Hosted by Bentolis, Gershom, and Wooly. What's up, swingers? From the Thralls Balls headquarters on the foamy streets of Milwaukee. You like that? I'm Wooly. Gershom is here. Bent is unfortunately sick. Gershom, how you doing? How's it going? How you doing?
I'm doing rad. You know,
like
everybody.
That foamy streets of Milwaukee thing? I'm
I
gonna
like
keep that.
I like the foamy street. I like that. That's a very old style joke. Sorry, because old style is brewed in Milwaukee, right?
But I actually don't know. I don't drink a lot of beer.
I think it is. It's weird because people always talk about old style in Chicago, but I'm pretty sure I heard somewhere that it's brewed in Milwaukee. I don't know, but we're like sister cities, so it's not a big deal. Fucking episode Dirty 30, my friend.
Hell yeah.
You are living it up. You are the king of editing on this shit. So congratulations, your baby is 30. That is so cool. And I'm so happy to be here. And just to echo on the cold open, thank y'all so much for listening. Definitely.
Hell yeah. And actually, as long as we're going heartwarming and all that with this, you said you have a bit of a nice story. Like, it's got nothing to do with video games, but what you were saying about it made it sound like this would be a really good place to share it.
Yeah, so I was working at my store today, and someone called on the phone and asked could they speak to a manager. And you know, we're taught to screen those calls to see if it's something we could help with, especially during like the busy holiday season. So I tried to screen it, and the person said, "No, thank you. I appreciate your effort very much, but I'd really like to speak directly to the store manager." And I was like, dun dun dun. So my manager comes to the phone, and she comes to the phone at the front end. So we're all cashiering. It's busy as fuck. And she's talking, and she's having this really nice conversation. Like, the vibes aren't bad. She had actually like leaned over onto the counter and was sort of like, "Oh my God, that's so cool. I'm so glad that happened for you." And the shit went on for like 15 minutes. So she finally hangs up, and I joke around with her. I was like, "Hey, who was that? Your grandma or something like that? Like, who were you talking to, you know?" And she goes, "I'm going to tell you like such a nice story. And just to let you know, I think it has to do with you, but I'm not sure, but it's good." And I'm like, but she said, "It's good. Don't worry." I think she saw the look on my eyes. And so later on, I'm taking my break, and I said, "Hey, Erica, did you want to tell me that story?" You can bleep her name. And she goes, "Yeah." So this lady, it's like no one knows who she is. It's okay. So she proceeds to tell me, she says, "Do you remember helping a woman in a dress with like purple hair the other day?" And I said, "Vaguely remember. I see like hundreds of people every day, let alone every week." And she proceeded to tell me that this person was a transgender female who was in my store and had decided she had never done her hair before. So her daughter had helped her do her hair, and she did her eye makeup, and she wore a dress in public for the first time. And this person, I was like, I remember who I do remember her. And apparently I had just complimented this person randomly and told them that I thought their dress was awesome and their hair was awesome and their eye makeup was awesome. And the person was so happy about her first time being out. I guess, how do you say it? En femme? Like,
I don't really know how.
I don't know. Anyways, it was her first time going out, dressed as a woman. And she had such a great experience that she called to tell my manager about it. And I had no idea. So I guess the message of the story is just be fucking kind. Because honestly, the more I thought about this person, I remembered that I was like, I just had an inkling that this person was transitioning. I don't want to say anything fucked up because I'm trying to be an ally here, but I just noticed like some features about the person that I was like, I feel like, but I made sure to use, feminine pronouns. She was wearing a dress and she was wearing makeup. And I was like, okay, miss, thank you. And apparently she was so happy at her first opportunity to go out in a dress that she called my store manager and yacked to her for 20 minutes about how nice myself and some other people were at our store. And that just made me happy. And it just made me want to reach out to the community and say, hey, it is chaos. Be kind. You don't know, so just be nice. If you think someone looks nice, just tell them they look nice and just be nice to them.
That's so sweet. I love hearing that. Like, it makes me think of our friend Frasley, who I knew for so long as a man, and then she came out as trans, and she got a lot of backlash. And just from seeing her tweets on similar situations, I have a pretty good idea of how happy you made that person. So I'm really happy that happened. Good job.
It wasn't even a job. I was just being nice, and I'm just so happy that I was able to help someone feel good for the day. Yeah.
Hell yeah. So I actually want to tack onto that and add to this. If you haven't figured out by the fact that I'm bi, and I've said that many times, I play on Proudmoore. Uno Mouse is on Proudmoore. Gersham's fucking Worgen Hunter, she's a Worgen, right, is on Proudmoore. That's the Pride server, baby. So if you got a problem with any kind of LGBTQIA
stop fucking listening to the show.
We need a shorter abbreviation, by the way. But if you got a problem with all that, this isn't the show for you. Yeah, we're not the people you're looking for, bud. You are not that guy, pal. You are not that guy.
Is it still okay to say LGBTQ plus? I think. I don't know.
That's even. I feel like that's a little like it's a lot of sounds to make. I don't see what's wrong with just the word queer. Like, it used to be an insult. It kind of isn't now. It's more like a descriptor, like a not necessarily straight, white, whatever.
I technically identify as queer, just between being by myself and just being an ally and having all these letters after my name. I just actually did start saying queer, and that was about a month ago. I just said queer. Yeah.
Congrats. But our resident straight guy who consistently makes jokes about a fairy flying out of his ass and wanting to fuck Anduin and Rathian. I mean, how straight can you really be? That's right, Bent. You're not here to defend yourself. I'm saying that. I'm pretty sure he's straight. Pretty sure.
Anyways, yeah, we're
This is why you shouldn't get sick, Bent, because then you can't be here for this shit. Ha ha. What's even happening right now?
Maybe we should talk about WoW.
Maybe we should talk about WoW. We're like 10 minutes into this, and so far, we need like I want a supercut of how many fucking times we've made a reference to a fairy named Lady Moonberry flying out of Bent's asshole. Anyway, what's up, Swingers? From Thrallspell's headquarters on the foamy streets of Milwaukee, I'm Wooly. Gersham's here. Bent's not. I already did all this part, but I'm just recapping. What have we been up to in WoW? What about you?
Not a whole fuck ton of a lot. I've been pulling some shitty mid shifts, talking about that 10 to 5. So basically, dropping the kids off, going to work, picking the kids up, and doing all that shit. I played No Tokas pretty much exclusively, and not very much at that.
Mm-hmm.
I received a mount that's from like an egg that drops off something, one of those eggs that's like, it's about to hatch in 3 days.
Yeah.
So it's a Necro Ray. I got the infested Necro Ray mount.
Ooh.
I don't really like the rays. I mean, it's okay. It's in there in my collection though. And then she participated in the DNR MOG contest.
I didn't know there was one. That's how little I've been logging on.
Oh, tell me you listened to DNR without telling me that you listened to DNR.
Hey,
I'm sorry.
Hey, I didn't listen to them yet though. I have this like matrix of podcasts I listen to while I'm driving to and from work, and they're somewhere in the queue right now. I'm a little behind on like 3 or 4 different shows.
Oh my god,
So
me too.
there.
I know. No, it's okay. I was just fucking with you.
Yeah, I don't mind.
But my girl No Tokas put on a very classy black dress and went and stood under a tree in Gilneas and tagged herself as a proud Gilnean lady for the costume contest. So it's not very fancy. Oh, and she had a black parasol, which I should have researched how you get it. I did not. I believe it's like some sort of covenant thing or something where you can get like a black umbrella.
That sounds like a Revendreth thing.
It is. No, it is. It's from like a covenant vendor or campaign of some sort. I can post it in the host chat or the Discord later. I should probably post the picture over on our side too.
Oh, is it the toy, the stylish black parasol?
Yeah.
Or is it a...
Yeah. That's it.
Okay. It looks like... Okay, none of these things are saying where you get it. All the comments on Wowhead. You can do this, you can do that. How do I get the thing?
I should have looked it up. I feel bad. But friends
That's
of the
okay.
show, Aaron and Adorno, did tag me as a service dog. So
Oh
I guess
my
that's
fucking god.
because I guess that's like, because I was like, yay, Revendreth, proud Gilnean lady over here. And they put the little service dog reaction on my post. So I thought that was funny as fuck.
That is a little racist. Like if Worgen were a real life race, I'm pretty sure that would be a racist remark. Cancel culture, get on that. I'm joking. I'm joking. Of course. Anything else?
Oh, what? No, what have you been doing?
I've also not been on a lot, but when I have been on, it's been in the pursuit of that goddamn fell werebear. Holy shit, that fight is even harder than I remember. And I damn near killed the final boss of the challenge. It's the High Lord Cruel fight. I damn near got him a couple times back in Legion, and now I can't even get past the first phase. I don't know what changed. Maybe I've just forgotten a lot of things. I've been watching videos and shit. There's this one guy, I'm pretty sure people know of him because I've heard of him before. His name's Supatiz. He recommends this. Now, I want to stress, you don't need this thing. You do not need this to do the fight, okay? This is a min-maxi thing. But I'm going back to Mechagon to get a fucking red punch card for the trinket thing. I forget what it's called. But to do the fight, I'm going back to old BFA content to get a thing to make the fight easier. Because, like, basically he has this video and he launches in and it's a 2-phase fight, right? So there is the first guy you kill and then Cruel comes down. This laser thing, like, really chunks the guy. that you're killing first. So, I don't know.
Nice.
I think it's worth getting. So I put a few attempts in, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to recenter myself so I don't waste too many of the things I bought to do this. And now I'm working on getting revered with Mechagon to get that, because apparently I never did Mechagon on my druid.
Oh no.
Yeah. Beyond that, it's become increasingly obvious I can deny it no longer. I am a warlock. I just can't get away from that, can I?
What have you ever? I don't think you've ever really denied it though.
No, but I keep trying to say, oh, this is my main now. Now this is my main. Nope, I'm back to the warlock because the warlock is... Anyway, what I'm getting at here is I'm just embracing it. Fucking Void Elf Warlock, whose name I haven't changed yet, but whose name I'm going to change. Right now, I'm thinking I'm gonna make his name Chutbuggin. Not butt chugging, Chutbuggin.
I saw that in the Discord. I was dying. I was at work. Holy shit.
When I think of these names, I mainly try to think of what kind of reaction from them I'll get in like raid general chat. So like, oh my god, that guy is named butt chugging. No, it's Chutbuggin. So anyway,
I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
That's what I've been up to. I also think I'm definitely still going to try to get the Fell Werebear. We'll get into this in a little bit, but we do have until January 4th for that shit. So it might happen. It might. Let's see. I feel like there was something else. I definitely just heard the cat meow, but I have the door closed. I don't know how he got in here. Anyway, yeah, how about we move on to the mixed drink of the week? Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
It's time for the mixed drink of the week. Fuck yeah! Fuck
Before we get into the mixed drink of the week, please remember to only drink if you're of legal age or legal whatever to do so. We're not responsible for anything that may become of your actions and choices and all the things that come with that. So, for those of you who for some reason are just randomly clicking episode 30 to be your first episode to listen to, the mixed drink of the week, we have a new mixed drink every week based on an aspect of WoW. For the past 30 weeks, we have been going backwards through the classes by armor type, reverse alphabetical through the specs, and we have made it now all the way up to the Retribution Paladin. We're still talking about where we're going to go after we've exhausted all the different specs of every different class, but that's coming up. I'm actually kind of excited. So, for the Ret Paladin, the drink is the Wake of Ashes. What, pray tell, Gershom, do you think is in a Wake of Ashes?
Okay, before I guess, and I do have a decent guess, I feel, I'm just going to remind everyone that the only reason that Wooly ever went back through backwards alphabetically or whatever the fuck he did was because he wanted to do Warlock first. So I'm so happy
true.
that you're embracing Warlock after 30 weeks.
That is true.
My guess is we got White Gatorade, we got Jaeger, and we got a shot of vodka or 151 on fire dropped into the cup. Boom. Wake of Ashes.
And before he, at the last minute, said he couldn't come onto the show, seriously, Bent, feel better. I only make fun of you because I care, you bastard. He put a guess in our host chat section on Discord, and he thinks it's Red Bull, Goldschlager, tequila, and that I'll light it on fire. I wish I would have thought of Goldschlager. That would have been dope. But
I'm
no.
glad you didn't, because Goldschlager is...
It's expensive as shit.
It's nasty, too.
Yeah. But hate to disappoint, but there isn't actually no fire in this drink at all.
What the fuck?
Well, I'm getting there. I'm getting to it.
Sorry.
I'm getting there.
All right, you do you, Boasty.
I'm getting to it. I'm getting there. So I'm going to tell you everything that's in the drink before I mix it in. In the past, I've done it as I go, but there is a reason that I'm telling it all at once. So By the way, I'm completely out of Jaeger now. I have run out, so I don't have any more to use up. What's in this is a shot of Jack Daniel's Tennessee honey whiskey, because it is the best fucking honey whiskey there is, mixed with Gold Monster. Who saw that one coming? So whiskey and Monster. Okay, what makes it Wake of Ashes? Well, what do you think this sound is?
It's whipped cream.
It's whipped cream.
Ha!
Now, here's the reason why I had to tell you all the things before I did it. It's because whereas before, whenever I've had whipped cream in a drink, I put it on top. This time, I'm putting it in the cup before I put in anything else. And the reason for that is I expect that as the alcohol and the Monster mix up in there, it'll kind of create this little foam, and that'll be the ashes on top. So, no actual fire, but we have the ashes. So let's see if my theory holds true. Here comes the shot. That was a little more than a shot. Who cares? And shake that up a little bit. Now put the Monster in. Oh, yeah.
That's hot.
Oh, it's Gold Monster. Crucifix just tagged me in the Discord. He wants to know if these balls are dropping in the morning. They are, sir. But if you're listening to this, you already got the answer before.
They've already dropped.
Yeah.
Should we spoil them and tell them yes, or just make them wait? Make them hang on the balls.
Oh my god, gee, this worked out better than I could have thought. Oh my lord, that is beautiful. So it's like a foamy... Oh my
Damn, you're slurping. You got that mustache too.
Nope, I trimmed it a bit. It's not as bad. Oh, never mind. There's whipped cream everywhere. Oh, Jesus. All right. I am right now clicking on General at Crucifix. Why, yes, good sir, they are. We are, in fact, recording right this second! Exclamation. Listen for a shout out! Exclamation. Also, don't fucking spam us with shit during the show for the future just because I'm doing this now. This is comedy, you animals. Okay?
He didn't know we were doing it though, but yeah, no one gets the right idea. Yeah.
I mean that like don't take this as an invitation to or something like that.
Like that we interact during the show normally.
Yeah. This is
not.
all in the name of comedy. Here's the problem with this though. Between the too much whiskey I put in and how foamy the drink is, I didn't get enough of the Monster in it.
It sounds good. It sounds like you're slurping away there. Should we? Oh, what are we doing next week? So prop Paladin, yeah?
Well, I haven't done the proper taste of this yet. I'm still trying to mix it all together. In fact, part of why I chose
very serious ASMR episode, bro.
Part of why I chose to shout out Crucifix just now was to let the foam settle a little. I think this is just going to be a foamy drink to begin with. So, let's get a proper taste of this, shall we? I'm stirring it a little bit by shaking it and then counter shaking it. Oh, by the way, the black hefty cups may be gone, but the red solo cups are in. Yeah.
I don't know. I was deciding
I will
what to send
procure
you for
black
Christmas.
I
And
will
I was
procure
thinking-
black hefty cups.
I was gonna send you some black hefty cups. For
I gotta
Christmas.
get some black hefty cups. Anyway, through the lip, over the lips, through the gums, look out, asshole.
Woohoo!
That's good. It's like all foam, but it's fun. It's a good party drink.
You did say foamy streets of Milwaukee, so I guess you fulfilled your own prophecy.
I suppose I did. So, holy shit. So much foam. Next week is the Paladin. It's the Shield of Vengeance. So, get out, you know, the shield that he throws around all Captain America style. Or she, inclusive. Or they, more inclusive, throws around all Captain America style. Yeah.
All our friendly non-binary paladins, throw out your fucking shields. Let's go.
Which, unfortunately, according at least to the analytics on Anchor FM, where we host our show, we don't have 9 non-binary listeners, according to the analytics. Could be wrong. If you're out there, hi. We love you. Okay, let's move on to WoW News.
Time for WoW News, motherfuckers.
All right, let's get the uncomfortable ABK topics out of the way first. Really the only one I want to mention, because there were some other things. Basically, there's people trying to get Bobby Kotick removed from the Coca-Cola board of directors, but I don't care about that. He's a piece of shit. We already know that. But there is a greater push for unionization among employees at Activision Blizzard King. And what has pushed that into bigger motion, I guess, is recently Raven Software, who work on Call of Duty under the Activision umbrella, are in a situation where 20 employees were told at the last possible moment that their contracts are not going to be renewed. And they were temporary employees, I should say, but it's the timing of it all. It's the right before the holidays, and they're like, oh, by the way, your last day is January 28th. And they were fully expecting to have their contracts renewed, because that's often how these kind of jobs work. I worked in one in a healthcare company where they say you're temporary, but all that really means is you have a contract that they renew every year, kind of thing. So they cut 20 of these people without any explanation right away, right before the holidays. So Raven's like, fuck you, we are striking. So they went on a strike. ABK was put out a notice like, hey, we did that because there's 500 temporary employees that we are converting to full-time positions. Like, okay? So you're telling me that instead of the higher-ups taking less money so you can afford to turn these temporary positions into full-time positions, instead of the higher-ups taking a little less money, not being able to buy that second yacht, you're telling me that it's better that those 20 families don't have an income. Fuck you. The ABK Workers Alliance was handing out union authorization cards during the strike to people to be like, yeah, we intend to form an actual union. So I'm hoping that'll happen. Unionization takes an absolutely insane amount of time. It takes a long time to get it all official and all that, and there is a lot of red tape involved with that. So don't expect this to happen right away. And as you can expect, ABK had a shitty fucking response to it. They put out I think it was an email, an internal email to all their people that said a lot of things, among which are, as you may have seen yesterday, there was a communication supported by the Communication Workers of America that asked employees to sign and submit union authorization cards. I want to be clear about this. The leadership of Activision Blizzard supports your right under the National Labor Relations Act to make your own decision about whether or not to join a union. Well, that sounds good, right? Right? No, it fucking doesn't. They're only saying that because they're required to. Because they then go on and say, We ask only that you take time to consider the consequences of your signature on the binding legal document. Fuck off. That is manipulative as shit.
That sounds manipulative and quasi-sadistic.
Seriously.
Like, I encourage you to consider the consequence. What the fuck are you saying, bro?
I am not well versed in union law, but I do know an attempt at gaslighting when I see it. Like, what the actual fuck is wrong with you? You really should consider the consequences. We care so much about you that we don't want you to make your own choices. Like, eat shit.
Bullshit.
Now, I will say, I don't want to go on too much of a political tangent here. There are cases where unions go too far. I can't claim there aren't. But the fact that unions only ever arose in the first place because people were being forced to work 400 people or whatever with one exit, and then there's fires and shit happening and people are dying, or they're being forced to work 22 hours a day and there's no law against it. All kinds of horrible things that only ever changed because of unions, among which, by the way, are a legal minimum wage. All that came because of unions. So these comments I'm seeing on Wowhead, like, unions ruin everything. No, they don't. Some of them end up being a little predatory. I think this is a case where unionization needs to happen because these people are not being taken care of by their employer. Let them do it themselves, then. Let them take care of themselves. If Blizzard's not going to protect them in their workplace, fuck off. Oh, turns out I actually have a really passionate opinion about that.
And I love to hear it, and I totally agree with you. I'm not even going to grind on and on about it. Should we go on to more fun things?
Yes, we should. So, the Great Push, I love the name, began Friday, December 10th, which was 2 days before we're recording this, 3 days before it initially drops. And for those who aren't sure what that is, but have heard the name but you're not sure, it's basically a competition to see who can push the highest key. And they started doing that on Friday, streaming it on YouTube, and they've saved the streams if you want to go back and watch them, like, just, for fun or something to have in the background while you're endlessly slamming your head against the mage tower or something like that. You can go to the Warcraft YouTube channel, youtube.com/c/warcraft/videos, or I'm sure if you just type in youtube.com/warcraft, it'll get you there. There's some time walking news. It's been confirmed that the Infinite Time Reaver mount, that is that Infinite Dragon Drake mount thingy, I believe, can drop from Legion Mythic Plus dungeons. I don't remember how you get this mount originally, so I don't think this is the only way to get it, but it was confirmed to drop in a plus 14 Court of Stars on Chinese servers, so that's fun. You can go and try to get that.
I'm gonna check right now, but I feel like I have that from a regular old time walking. Yeah, unless I'm thinking of the wrong mount. Let's go ahead and continue, but I'm gonna check.
You go do some fact checking there. See if I'm. Actually, I didn't even say anything committal or anything not committal. You know what I kind of want a variant of is like an Infinite Dragon mount or Infinite Drake, but with the pirate theme. Like, our captain is a dragon kind of thing.
Yeah, like from the Tazavesh. So the Infinite Time Reaver does randomly drop in all time walking dungeons, and I do have it. So
that's awesome. Okay, so in the same vein alongside the time walking stuff, there's some things to talk about with the Mage Tower. It's been extended until January 4th. I want to note that's just the Mage Tower, not all of Legion Time Walking, and it's not going to delay any other events happening in the game. It's just going to be up that much longer. And that's partially because people wanted a little longer of a crack at it, partially because they've been nerfing, adjusting, tweaking, whatever word you want to use. At first, I was just like, okay, yeah, I expected people to complain. It's the Mage Tower. It's supposed to be hard, but people are salty little bitches. Except, it apparently actually was overtuned.
I didn't mention it in my what I did on WoW this week, but I took no Tokus to the Marksman Hunter and Beastmaster Hunter 3 times each time, and basically couldn't even put a dent in the boss. And I know I suck at the game, and I could probably try harder and go back and get all those things like you were talking about, like go back and get the things that do better and get the better food and stuff. But I'm like, at this point, y'all know I'm a filthy casual. I already knew that I wasn't going to get the book because I would never be able to defeat a book. Yeah, I would never be able to get all 7 challenges. So at this point, I was
the clouds.
I was like, I could just try and do this, and I was like, it's Splitsville for me. I'm okay. I'm okay with not doing it, to be honest.
Did you watch any guides?
I didn't. I haven't gotten that far, like, being busy with work and, family and stuff. I haven't. I mean,
yeah.
It's in the back of my head. Like, it's cool we have till January 4th now. So maybe, like, over winter break, my kids' winter break, I could do, like, a little more. Honestly, like, whisper, send them to daycare for a couple days and try and figure this shit out. You know what I'm saying? But right now, I'm just booked with work and kiddos, so...
Well, when you go to work, do you take the bus? Do you drive? Do you walk?
I'm on public transportation, yeah.
Maybe watch a guide on your phone?
Probably. I mean, sometimes because of my eyes, it's hard to see stuff on my phone.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
No, that's okay. That's okay. I do what I can, though. But also, like, to make myself feel more encouraged, I'm not really destroyed by the fact if I can't do it. Like, I'm not a completionist like that. I'm like, oh, this will be fun, and if I can't do it, then it's like, fuck it, I didn't do it. I'm totally okay with not doing it. So
yeah, I'm definitely not gonna get the book because I might be able to squeeze out a tank one. DPS ones, I can do a few of them. I've done them before. I did 2 Warlock ones. I did the Feral Druid. I did one of the Demon Hunter ones. Healing? Fuck no. I suck at healing. I would never be able to get that. I'm never getting the flying book. I'm never gonna read in the clouds.
And that's okay. That's okay.
But anyway, I lost my spot in the notes. Okay, yeah, so things were overtuned. Blizzard's been kind of turning the dials, adjusting the knobs. So just keep at it. And once you get it, you'll feel happy that you got the thing, especially if you're a Guardian Druid. Like, to put this in perspective, Kalis, one of the top Feral Druids, at least on Proudmoore, if not all of NA, she posted that she's having trouble with the Guardian Druid challenge. So I know that's not Feral, it's Guardian, but still, like, if she can have trouble with the class that she basically owns, it's not easy. Just keep at it, y'all. Keep at it. We have some 9.2 stuff to talk about. As I've said before on the show, I don't like to talk about data mine stuff on the show. Even if I do love eating that shit up myself. But none of this is really data mined. So there was a bit of a debacle with the Warlock tier set.
Oh my god. This was so
it's
funny.
like I wouldn't even report on this if it had been properly taken care of. But there was a bit of an oversight on the headpiece, because from the back it looked like a KKK hood, which is fucked up. So the internet spotted that immediately, and they're like, Blizzard, what the fuck? So Blizzard was like, oh shit, we didn't catch that. We hear you. We're gonna do something about this. We're gonna fix it. So they drew a line on it.
Can I just go ahead and mention a South Park episode?
We're sorry.
No, not that one, although that's a good one. there was a Halloween one where Cartman tried to dress up as Hitler.
Oh my god.
And they were like, this is inappropriate. So the principal was like, let's make you a nice little ghost instead. And so she throws a sheet over his head and she trims it up to like fit. And when she's done, it looks like a KKK robe.
Oh my fucking god.
And it's horrible. And it's like, wow, she just turned him from Hitler into a KKK guy.
Right. But okay, at first, like, an oversight is an oversight. Okay, you can change it. But their so-called solution is they just added a little graphic to the back of it. They drew a line on it. And it doesn't look different enough on the white version. Wait, I thought you meant
drew a line on it. Like they drew, like they put a quit on it. You mean they just...
No, they literally drew a line.
Change it?
They changed it. They added like a band of like gold or something on the back of the hood. So the white variant still looks pretty bad. Yeah.
Oh no.
There are other colors of it that like you see it and you don't even think of that. But the white one being the presentation one or the big one or whatever,
oh my god.
There's oversight and then there's like, oh, we're not fixing it. So I have a problem with that. I have a real problem with that.
So do I.
It's not different enough, but it is better than doing nothing, I suppose. I don't know. I tend to play without the headpiece showing just because I like seeing my big old pointy elf ears. So yeah, Blizzard, do better. Yikes. Also in 9.2, the Dark Moon Fair dancing minigame looks a lot of fun. It's a memory-based game, sort of like, you remember that Simon game?
Yes.
Like you hit the color buttons.
Love Simon, yes.
Boop, 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 kind of thing. So it's essentially like that. There is another person, I'm not sure if it's an NPC or not. They hit their moves and you gotta match them. And how you do that is their move is indicated by a color and a rune. And the rune isn't as easy to see as it probably should be. I'm thinking of like colorblind folks or anything like that in this case. But the colors they chose seem to be in line with colors I've seen from people in the past that don't cause as big a problem with color blindness. So maybe it'll be okay. I don't know. Just trying to be inclusive, so I don't really know.
Yeah, we're gonna find out, I guess.
But it looks like fun. I actually want to try it. Like, when they're talking about 9.2, and they're like, oh, and we're bringing a dancing game to the Dark Moon Fair. And I'm like...
10 minutes into the fucking video. Like, I hope you stay till the end. Did you see that? How they, like, revealed that at the very end?
It was and like they just told the whole world that Peter Parker is Spider-Man. Like, oh, wait a minute.
I honestly wish
Peter Parker goes to high school. We don't care.
I honestly wish that. Do you remember when they put that weird like video arcade box like at the very back of the Dark Moon Fair? Where there was like you could play. No. So like when you go to the Dark Moon Fair now, all the way in the back at some weird location, there's this weird little box. It's like an arcade box where you can play like games that are mini games from. Oh, okay. So you can play mini games from all over the world. And there's like a I think the one that I like best is called like Remembery, and it's basically the Tortollan memory game from BFA.
The shell game?
Yeah, the shell game.
I loved the shell game.
So the shell game was my favorite, but they have this thing like in a box where you can play it for fun and it doesn't give you anything. I honestly wish the Dark Moon Fair would just make all these mini games more of a thing. I've been plugging for a long time that the Dark Moon Fair should have more and have more tickets because I only have 350 out of the 1,500 I need for the fucking mount. So that shit is pissing me off. It's still going to take me like 5 years to get that. And that makes no sense. I think they should make, I don't know. It's whatever.
Dark Moon Island has been a thing since like what, Cataclysm, right? Because before that, it was just like, the fuck is this? I'm supposed to go bobbing for apples in Elwyn Forest? I don't give a shit about that. Or something like that. Anyway, let's move on to the question of the week.
Question of the week.
All right, we're on to the question of the week. We had a little bit of a interlude in there while I sprayed some Ready Whip into my mouth. Real quick, if you're wondering why we didn't talk about the cinematic, we just plain forgot. We'll talk about it next week. So, last week we asked you guys, what beverage or food would you add to the game? We got answers on Discord, and we got one answer on Twitter. So, from Discord, Shantyman, the Shantyman can, says, ignoring the obvious fireball, I'm gonna go with gnomish chili. Does it have beans? Does it have bolts? Only way to find out is to try it. Oh, I'm gonna try that again in a gnome voice. All right, I gotta get into character. My, you're a tall one. Okay, here we go. Ignoring the obvious fireball, I'm gonna go with gnomish chili. Does it have beans? Does it have bolts? Only way to find out is to try it. That was obnoxious.
Off and away.
You're a tall one. Why are you stepping up? Hello, Draka. How are you?
Got them Elwyn shit kickers on, huh?
Okay, what does Brodsky say?
Brodsky says, I think each race exploring their heritage to learn how to make unique food and beverages to their race that have unique effects would fit awesomely and would be a ton of fun. So I'll wait to insert mine, but I think I'm gonna harken back there on Brodsky.
Yeah, I really like that idea. It's like expanding on racials.
Yeah, and so then Aaron says, it would really tickle my fancy to have Thrall get way into the limited edition Shrek green ketchup. By the way, I've never seen this. I don't know what he's talking about.
I've seen it exactly once in my life, and it is fucking horrifying. Don't worry. Don't
looks
feel
gross.
left out.
Okay, so he says, it's green, like me. Champion! What is this blood magic? It can't be any worse. I mean, and this is my input. I can't be any worse than what Gul'dan did to the orcs, I guess. I don't know.
Champion, what are you doing in my swamp?
Like, really? Like, Gul'dan just changed ketchup to green? That's criminal.
Who knew that the blood of... What was it, Magtheridon? Was that his name? Who knew that his blood... Oh, no, Manaroth. Who knew that the blood of Manaroth was just ketchup? Blood ketchup. Ew.
So now they're drinking a cup of green ketchup? That's fucking nasty.
All right, I like it.
Okay, we're done.
And our Twitter response, Crucifix said to us on Twitter, @ThrallsBallsPod, go ahead and follow us, what food would I add to WoW? I would add breaded cheese sticks with pepperoni. So good. There's you a Twitter answer, smiling face with open mouth and smiling eyes. Oh, that's a emoji. It just didn't transfer to text well. He says, Merry Christmas @Wooly08. 2 O's, 2 L's, and a Y. Go ahead and follow me too, if you'd like to.
Yeah, thanks, Crucifix, for wishing Wooly a Merry Christmas and not me, you motherfucker.
I think he meant it to all of us.
We're a collective.
Yeah. So, that was all the answers we got. New question. We are making the TB draft an official segment. We were going to this week, but then there were some unforeseen problems that arose, so we will be hitting it next week. I don't want to tell you what we're drafting until we get to the day of, because I think that's part of the fun. But what sort of things would you guys like to see us draft? Like, for some examples, last time we did a draft, we drafted lore characters for the best dodgeball team. Or a couple other examples, like make them WoW related in a way. Like, we're drafting alternate things druids can turn into, or things like that. We're drafting, and I'm making this up as I go along. We're drafting,
You want to just let them hang? We're gonna let them
Yeah,
hang like
let
the
these
thrall's
balls
balls, and we're
hang.
gonna tell them. Yeah, we're gonna tell them when it gets closer to the event. So I have a question for you, Wolves. Though
Yeah.
you did not say what food or drink you would like in WoW, and
Oh,
neither
shit.
did I. Yeah.
I got a little thrown off. Well, I'm gonna add blood ketchup. No, I'm joking.
Red ketchup, the real ketchup. Actually, in Chicago, we call it dog sauce because you're not allowed to put ketchup on your hot dogs in Chicago.
I actually had a really good answer for this earlier, and I can't remember what it was. I would add a feast. I'm making this up as I go along because I can't remember what I actually thought of. I would add a feast that's just like 12 different boxes of WoW themed cereal on the table and some bowls, and you're just eating cereal. It would be called Dalaran Mart brand cereal table.
Is that like Walmart?
Yeah, Dalaran. Wait, no. Magic Value cereal table. That's what it would be. That would be a feast.
That actually sounds pretty cool.
What would you add?
So to harken back to Brodsky real fast, I thought it was cool that he said each race exploring their heritage. So I was thinking about like multinational food, but I was struggling to find a place to like insert the different foods. So let me just preface by saying when we did Mista Pandaria and we did like the ways of cooking, there were like the ways of the wok and the ways of the oven and stuff like that. I was pretty much hungry the whole time because I love Chinese food. So I was looking at all this food and I'm like, it would be really cool if they had like other cultures' food in WoW. And I wouldn't know how to implement it because with Pandaria, it was like, okay, it's Pandaria. It's, you know, forgive my any slur, but it's like quasi-Asian food, you know, pan-Asian food. Mm-hmm. Clearly, like all these noodles and stuff. And I started thinking, like, how could you work in, like, you know, you don't have to call it, for example, tandoori chicken, but you could call it, like, oven-baked spicy chicken, or even something Hispanic, like, baked, you know, chicken and salsa or so. I don't know. Like, I just thought it'd be cool if it was more multicultural, but then again, I wouldn't know how to implement it in the best way. I think it would be cool if there was like an extra fun event, like similar to the Dark Moon Fair, where there was like a food truck festival or something.
Oh my god, yes. Food trucks, and it has to be in Mulgore.
It probably should for some reason. Like, that's where you go to the Dark Moon Fair, so maybe that same spot could just be like recoded into like a food truck festival.
I was just thinking
just
Mulgore because they got those long roads with like mostly open way, you know? Oh my god. Now I want a Mulgore food festival.
Yay. Hashtag Mulgore Food Festival. Let's go.
Oh my god. So, yeah. Great answers, everybody. Holy shit. Now I want to eat food. You know what I did for dinner today? Me and Shay, we had walking tacos, but we made them with like big, full-size ass bags of Doritos, and that was all I ate today.
What'd you put in the bag of Doritos?
Cooked up meat, cheese, queso, sour cream, lettuce.
Dude, that is the shit. That is like some street fair. Oh my god.
Oh, it was delicious.
That sounds so good.
It was basically like just a really big walking taco.
Nice.
So, I guess that is all we're gonna have for the show today because the draft is going to have to wait until next week. I do apologize, everybody, but just hang in there because it's actually a really cool thing we're drafting, and I'm really hoping it works out the way I'm going because I have a theme in mind. And that's all I'm going to say about it.
I'm so excited. I have several themes in mind.
I can tell you guys now that it's going to be a snake draft style based on who won or lost the last draft. Excuse me. And the last draft, Gershom won it, Bent was in second, and I lost. So the order is going to be Gershom, Bent, me, Bent, Gershom, Bent, me, etc., etc. And that's all I can say. So, if you have an answer for the question that we asked, what sort of things you want to see us draft, you can answer them in the Discord at thrallsballs.com, on email at gmail.com, or on Twitter, thrallsballspod, at thrallsballspod, rather. So, final thoughts? You have a final thought for me today?
Food trucks.
Food. My final thought is, if Manaroth's blood was actually ketchup, does that make his jizz gravy?
Oh, that's so... okay.
Thanks for listening, everybody.
Toilet jokes. Woo!
You can follow us in all the places. On Twitter, at thrallsballspod, at woolly08, 2 O's, 2 L's, and a Y, at Hunter Gershom, HENTUER, GERSHOM, at Bentolas_outlaw, BENTOLAS_outlaw. Email us at thrallsballspodcast@gmail.com. Join us in the Discord by going to thrallsballs.com. Leave us a review at warcraftradio.com/directory. And again, you can email us with any feedback, thrallsballspodcast@gmail.com. Bye, everybody.
Bye.